can't believe you just threw down some ABBA. What just happened?
You just came back from...
I know. Guess what, you guys? Guess what is in Melbourne, Australia? We're riding the train. We're riding this little, like a tram, down the middle of the city, and it stops at a light, and we look over out the bus windows, out the tram windows, and there's this amazing looking artsy building, and it says, ABBA World. And I was like, wait a minute, let's get off. And we jumped off the tram, and it was literally an interactive, full-on exhibit museum where you walk through all about the band ABBA. It was crazy, cool, fun, weird.
I thought he was going to say there was a koala that had blonde hair just like me. But no, that's cool.
Yes.
I know Todd didn't get a chance to work with the first full Alchemist, but what's like your favorite scene now in like the new Brotherhood series, like with your characters?
Oh. Have we, what's aired on television? I'm sorry, I live in Spain, so I don't know, like, how far. 26. Okay, so y'all have been watching it, so we're not going to spoil anything. Okay. I love the fact that Winry gets to just get angry and mad and shaking and crying. That's Scar, who is, like, one of my favorite characters. So that scene doesn't exist in the first one. It's from the manga and it's in Brotherhood, and when she just loses it in the street with Scar, that's one of my favorite scenes.
Todd, you have a favorite scene from Brotherhood?
My favorite scene is when I take the step. I'm like, no, I want this. I want to be immortal, and I begin that whole process. And also fighting Wendy as a giant reptile. Because that's how I always picture when I'm talking to her on the phone. So I was like, oh, that's what I pictured in my... And McFarlane's like, yes, I know. So that's my favorite.
I have been really excited by the twists and turns of the last handful of episodes. We have recorded, at least I have recorded, up through episode 58. And as you know, probably, maybe you don't, there are 64 to finish. So I'm 6 away, and things have started happening. Heavy-duty things have started happening. And I'm really just enjoying every minute of those episodes that are toward the end of the series. I've really enjoyed, Todd has done an amazing job with Ling, and I've really enjoyed that character and the interaction between Ed and Ling, especially like when they're in Gluttony's stomach and in your stomach, sir. Have you lost weight?
Well, no, it's funny because we, there's that scene when we first come on where we're sitting across the table from each other and we're having dialogue with each other. And Mike had to, there was a cue where there was a reaction or something that I did and you were already laid down. And we had to cut it because we're like, wait a minute, did Vic do that or did Todd do that? Because you can't tell which one is doing the reaction. So we had to just cut it and be like, okay, moving on. Because there are times when, we have conference calls, the Star Trek conference calls, and I'll ask a question, and they're like, oh, Vic, let me address that real quick. And Vic's like, no, Matt, no, it's not me. I did not ask that dumb question.
Question?
In the back. It's a hotkey or something. It's an Oron person.
Did you enjoy doing Oron or Full Metal Alchemist more?
Oh my God, do we actually have to pick one?
I do have to pick one, Todd says. I cannot pick. I can't pick because the two types of experiences, for me especially, are very different because I direct, I direct Full Metal also. But still, not all the way through, not from start to finish. So, I don't know, Oron was like my pet dream project. So I don't know.
Well, it's kind of like which one do you like more, Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 3? They're both great.
Yeah, it's true.
Toy Story 3.
very blessed to do it. And then we get to do it a second time, so the type of feelings that you have are something different. Also exciting and glad to get to do it again. But you get to, so it's, I can't really compare the two experiences. It's wonderful to go back again and play a character that you thought you wouldn't get to.
Do you feel like when you were doing that, you're looking back that you were having the time?
Are you done?
I don't want to talk about what we've gone through. You know what? I would have to agree because you know, I fell in love with Oron before that show was even licensed. Caitlin actually told me about this show, and what's her name? Sana. We had a friend, Sana, who gave her a disc of some episodes, and she gave them to me, and I fell in love with the show. I thought it was the funniest thing, so neat, and I just totally loved Tamaki. And this was before there was ever a prayer to chance that I would ever get to play Tamaki. So it's kind of the cardinal sin of acting, you know? You don't fall in love with a role before you get the role. And so I had a particularly enjoyable time with Oron because I savored every minute of that show to get to be a part of it, and I loved it to death. Tamaki is one of my favorites ever. But you know, Ed, I mean, good Lord, you know, how can you diss that? That show has been the greatest privilege to be a part of for me. To be a part of such a great show with so many great characters and amazing voice actors, the whole thing was just such a wonderful experience. I would never be able to pick between the two. I love them both for different reasons. Yes, with the hat.
Do you still have the Oron discs?
You know what? For the longest time, it was a burned disc, and it just said Oron episodes 1 through 8. I don't even think I do. I think that would be an interesting little souvenir to have.
You pick.
Oh, how about, yes ma'am, come on up.
Well, the question was kind of vague.
Hey, I can sound like him, I can answer.
Well, is that the question?
Of course. All big questions to the right, all Todd questions like right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, when it came to MMA Brotherhood and the first one, could you tell us a favorite? Would you rather have, did you like playing Edward in the first one, or did you like playing the second one? Like Brotherhood more?
Well, you know what? I must tell you that I went into the second series with a lot more fear because of how well the first series did. We never thought there was going to be any more Full Metal Alchemist. When we finished that final episode, I mean, it was kind of sad because we're like, well, this is the end. There isn't any more. And then a couple of years go by, and the next thing you know, they're making another one, and suddenly you kind of have to, like repeat the magic kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's like and now there's a really high expectation because the first series came out so well. So I was really quite worried about, about doing another series, and what if it's not as good? Call her mom. Call her mom.
No, we're helping.
Who is that?
It's what we do.
Come here, give me the phone.
Free.
She would have done this for Abba up here.
That's right. But I was really worried at the beginning about playing him and or about doing it again because I was afraid, what if it's not as good? For a number of reasons that are beyond our control. What if the story's not as good? What if the animation's not as good? What if the music's not as good? What if the adaptation just doesn't turn out as good? What if it's just not as good? So I was kind of worried at first, but after 3 or 4 episodes, I kind of fell back in love with Ed and playing, and it was turning out great. And as far as playing which one over the series, which one I like better, To me, it's Ed. It's Ed in a different story. See what I'm saying? It's like a different adventure. It's like Indiana Jones, only now he's going after the Holy Grail instead of the Ark of the Covenant. You know what I'm saying? And so as he would meet new characters and go in these new directions, to me, it's Ed, only new adventures, you know, new stories and new characters.
As another character in both, I can say that I like Ed in Brotherhood better than the first time around. I mean, while it's all Vic and he's doing his Ed thing, I appreciate the growth that you can see, and not just hear in the voice, and not just, oh, he experienced this, so he grew, but the way it's drawn. I mean, Ed physically grows, his body changes, Ed becomes a man, and you get to watch this, happen, and there's a huge payoff for that, for me, at playing Winry, to get to see Edward become a man, thank God. I was worried it wasn't going to happen, okay?
Oh, I'm all man, Winry. Who's got a question for Todd Haberkorn?
First of all, officials, welcome to the big family.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I enjoyed playing Ling in the second version because in the first it was almost non-existent. Not one line. Just always in the background.
I really liked the interaction between Ling and Bonfire. Who was your favorite new character in the series? That wasn't the first. Besides Ling.
Where are we? So what is out now? Oh, so they haven't even gotten Oh, only up to 26.
But some people may have seen it all subbed. Yeah?
I like Father because Ken Williams is doing that. I really like Ken Williams.
And for those of you that are curious, and this may be somebody's question, why did it stop being aired on Cartoon Network? What's going on? They always do this. They'll take a show halfway through and then they'll stop. And they try, basically they're just trying to suck as much out of this. Yeah, they'll start airing it again. Yeah, so hang in there. It'll be back. It's coming back.
I'm trying to think. I'm not entirely sure.
I like Roy Mustang's gay brother Troy. He's my favorite new character, Troy Mustang. The flaming alchemist. My alchemic power is making you look fabulous. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But I did. Sorry. And you know what? Let me just go on record as saying Maxie Whitehead is doing an amazing job. You guys, we love Aaron like he's blood. I mean, if I had a little brother, he would be it. And I love him to death. He just doesn't sound like that anymore. He's becoming a man, and which is a good thing. But you know, Maxie had some, pardon the pun, big shoes to fill, and she really did it. She's done a great job with it. As far as favorite characters, I would say Ling, because I love me some Todd Haberkorn. Yeah, Todd and I are very close friends, and I love the work he does, and I really have enjoyed Ling.